Hello YouTube. You can take it from the title that I finally got this engine fired up. This wasn't like how so many others go. You just hit the switch and it fired up. I had quite a few problems with this, trying to get this thing to run. Before I even started, I had used software to remove the theft deterrent from the PCM. Thought I wouldn't have any problems. Nope. I'm not going to mention the software that I used. It's more than likely something I wasn't doing properly. The first few attempts were unsuccessful. Finally figured out that there was no injector pulse, even with the theft disabled. Now I thought since the mass airflow was disconnected that maybe that was the case for no injector pulse. So I rigged up a little I guess PVC pipe and installed the mass airflow sensor. I didn't want to just go buy a cold air kit. I want to make my own when I get the body back on. So I didn't want to buy the stuff to do it with right off. Turns out even with the mass airflow connected, there's still no injector pulse. So my next train of thought was maybe it was in the tune. I then overwrote the Corvette tune with a Pontiac G8 tune and tried it then. No luck. By shooting the G8 program in the PCM, I created another problem because the mass airflow for the G8 is different than the Corvette. So it's different mass airflow than what I had installed. Still no injector pulse. The engine would run if I sprayed something flammable in the intake, but I still couldn't figure out why I had no injector pulse. All indicators showed that the theft was disabled. After a lot of reading online, I decided to try and ground the wire for the starter relay. I used a 100 ohm resistor and grounded it to the frame. That fixed it. Now one reason to crank the engine and just kind of check everything out is to just make sure you don't have any fluid leaks. Well, guess what? I got a transmission fluid leak. This brand new T56 transmission is leaking fluid. So now I have to take that apart and fix it before I can move on. Remember to hit that subscribe button to follow along with me. Thanks.